Here we go, part 2. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the first one. On the tape deck is, like I promised, the urnenzuil met botsplinters en weefselscheuren. It is not a bad tape, don't get me wrong, but it's just drowned in murk, as you maybe can hear or not. I uploaded the first one already. I couldn't find a link for the Knight's Coven. Now looking at it just said www.knightscoven.com. So yeah, check it out if you're into it. You can find it on a lot of distros. I think Arcane Altar has it for the US and stuff like that. So, like I said, not bad. I was a bit too harsh, but it is an okay tape. Just murky, swampy. Got this mug from my brother. He's a forest ranger-ish kind of dude now, without a gun. But he has a knife, so. Okay, let's dig in. Let's do something raw to start off with in production. Maybe not in team or in emotion, but this is the second demo from Haunt, and it's called Grimoires of an Undead Power. This is some dead worshipping black metal. The first tape was called, I'm not sure, it had the staircase on the cover, and was on Le Fleur du Mal. This one is on Grey Seed, something like that. Grey Seed Records, I think. I'm not going to find it. Grey Sun Records, sorry. I'll show you the J card. Really sturdy. They do some nice stuff, that Grey Sun. I was kind of pissed off at the label because I didn't get the UVA. The last one on tape, which looked amazing with that pendant. I'm never in my life going to wear a pendant, but yeah. So yeah, a bit of a weird cover. I don't know if it's a gravestone he's holding like a guitar or something like that, but I don't know. All music and lyrics by Pert Rowe. I'm pretty sure, oh yeah, Salem, Oregon, so yeah. He takes to the Ajna Offensive, Le Fleur du Mal, Grayson, Natanic Bane, MSW. The dead is real, so yeah, it's dead worship. Here's another piece of artwork. I actually like the cover better, with the bullet belt coming out of it. The tape is just a clear, but a pro tape. Nicely done. Raw in team and in production, I wrote the team is kind of dead worship. Buzzsaw metallic guitars, and this is the first tape in a batch of tapes that has dog sounds on it, barking, growling dog sounds. I'm not sure why. It is a bit of a continuation from the first. Not much stylistically has changed. It's just more good tracks from Haunt, and this will be out on vinyl. I'm not sure. I think Le Fleur du Mal is doing it again. Good voice, basic setup. That the voice is. Also has an effect on it, a scratching effect that makes it, a bit clawy or a bit, I don't know. What I lack in this one is a bit more oomph in the instrumentation or the production, a little bit more low end would give it that extra power, but really like what it's doing and where this is going. I hope you don't mind me looking into my notes, but it helps a bit. Then, Saint-Marie de Loup. Got this from my buddy Acharantis. I paid for it. He had the vinyl version. This is on Fallen Empire. I think the previous to last batch that went up. Yeah, really French. I am not sure. I talked about it a bit in the show back. It was a bit Peste Noire. Was it this? Oh no, that was the weird hip hop record. So yeah, I can't seem to find anything about this one. It's French as fuck, but I'm not sure. I also think the lyrics are in French, or the song titles are in French, so I'm not sure. I think he's singing in French. Let's see. Buzzy guitar, old school sounds, and very tight drumming. In one track he shouts "Domination," which is I don't know. That kind of got me out of the tape, or got me into the tape. There's a growl to the vocals, and the way it is. Brought as more of a spoken voice, not a singy voice, but a spoken voice. The bass of this tape, it has the drummer almost slows down to an industrial kind of vibe, and then it just goes full throttle again. So there's a lot of things on this tape, and it's going to be played some more. I think I'm going to put it in the car to create maximum damage on the road. So yeah, Domination by the Saint-Marie de Loup. I'm going to look into it if they have more because I kind of liked it. Then, the MVP of this lineup, it has to, it's one of three. This is Zwarte Dood with For His Glory of Voor Zijne Glorie. It is in Dutch, lyrics are in Dutch. And this is the second demo on XVIII. I have number 7. Sorry, out of 100. It comes in this nicely, perfectly produced black slipcase with silver printing on here. Like I said the previous time, I like the cover of the first one better, but this is also very nice. De dood voor alles, alles voor de dood. So, death before everything, everything for death. That's a better translation than that last. Just a black tape, nothing too fancy. It has 3 tracks, some intros and outros. Really long and great J cards. That keeps going. 3 songs are lyrics. So for the 3 songs, the lyrics are on here, but it's all in Dutch. I'm not going to translate them all. So we have Aanvang, which is intro. Dan Doodsaanbidding voor de glorie van Balsel Mots. Not sure who that is, one of the guys, I guess. Then there's an interlude, and then Onze Vervloekte Bloedlijn, 11 Nagels voor de ziel, which one is not on here? Onze Vervloekte Bloedlijn is not on here. That can be a naming track, I'm not sure anymore. No, it's found as the outro. It also has a Torns cover. The first one had an Iljarn cover, and it's called Eerie Descent. Black Death is one guy. He is called ZZD, assisted by D and CV. Recorded in September of 2018. Now, the first tape was, like I said, had an Iljarn cover and was a bit more punk in the drumming sounds. On this tape, that completely disappeared. It is, yeah, there's no traces of punk anymore. I wrote down, it is a very grainy but hard production. And what I mean with that is it's kind of all brought to the front, and in some cases the guitar disappears a bit in the lineup, but other places it comes to the forefront, so it's switchy. The Dutch lyrics kind of give it that extra special thing, like the Wederganger thing also did, the Wederganger lyrics. At first I didn't love it, but then the more you listen to it, I had to get rid of the connotation of bad Belgian Dutch music. But it gives that something special that I can't put my finger on. I don't know. I don't know what it is. The entire tape is done to the structure of the tape is really good. It builds, it slows down, it builds again. It's really nicely done. And then the vocalist ZD, which I talked about in the last video, great guy. I talked to him on the or at the Warlock show. Great guy. Yeah, he has a lot of plans with XVIII and with this band, which I can't devolve. I think I should leave it to the label and him to get into that one. Yeah, man. Very cool, versatile vocalist that that really elevates this thing, in my opinion. The last thing I wrote is this one makes me proud to be from Belgium, which not much does, but check it out. There are still copies at XVIII. Just pick this up. Love it. One of the 3 MVPs. Then the first, or let's do these 4 at the same time, present them and then go into them. These are the Black Abyss Productions 29 to 31. The swan song for this label, which calls it quits after this, but it goes out with a bang. Let's do these 2 first. I'll flip the page. I put some work into this. Let's do these 2 first. The Staar, Vorstfantomen, and dan Schattenkerker, Land of Always Winter. It's 29 and 30. Now these are basically, I wouldn't say the same tape, but it is ambient sounds, ambient music. Wind plays a lot of a prominent role in this one, just recordings of the wind that then dip in and dip out and become an instrumentation, an instrument more on the Celtic Heritage tape. This is a bit more ethereal, a bit more soundtracky, where this is just more dungeon synth adjacent, but it's still in the ambient realm. Yeah, I like this a bit more because it's a little bit darker. I was kind of let down because of the what's the other one called? Maanschaduwen, which was ambient and black metal, and that was really one of the tracks of the year for me last year. So I was expecting this to be also a bit black, but it is straight ambient, dungeon synth-ish, but not dungeon synth. So yeah, these two are not the same tape, but in the same vein. If you like ambient, winter, cold, soundtracky, field recording stuff, these are the two to get. Then another one that has that wind feel. It's almost like all the tapes from the last batch have common things, like the wind is a common tape. The Vampiric Spectre Macabre Full Moon Effigy also has wind on it, and the last tape also will have wind in it. It's like Dempseyvold said to these guys, you know what, I need 4 tapes, just do the elements, work it out, and give me the 4 elements. And they said, yeah, sure, and they all came with wind. So I don't know what happened there, but probably not that. This one starts out a bit ambient, and I thought this was going to be ambient all through, but then it blasts into BM territory, which is always nice. He has or this project, I don't know how many they are, they have a split 7-inch on New Era now with Walk, another Dutch horde. Really cool tape, like the Go to Warx checkered side tape, but then red, nothing on this side. And it comes with this big fold out. There is unfortunately some symbolism again going, which I can't condone, but here we are listening to it. So yeah, Vampiric Spectre, really cool tape. And then the last, and these were all Dutch projects. I'm not sure about the Schalkerkis, it's Dutch, but I'm not sure who's behind this project. This, however, is Black Abyss Productions 31, and this is Vox Malorum with A Call to Arms, a American one-man project. Pretty sure one-man American project. I looked it up. He has a Facebook. He has a lot of info going on. It's not, you can't find it. If you can find this one, pick this up. If it's not too expensive, it's just they are all these clear tapes except for the Vampiric Spectre. But this is, yeah. Let's take my. They all have. Also in common, they all have dog, or a lot of them have dog sounds on them, which is really weird to me. So yeah, the Vox Malorum clear tape with a black liner in there, black shiny liner. Comes with this nicely photocopied. And this is the batch that took so long to come out due to the Warlog show back for that, but I'm not going to get into it. Once again, he's slowly getting everybody his or their tapes. So here is the guy. All music written, performed, and recorded by Shinigami. He kind of has a immortal, kind of Japan-looking or Japan-influenced chorus vein going on, which is cool. Focus recording under a full moon, where the river runs red. So maybe he's a Live of Agony fan. Blah, blah, blah. This is A Call to Arms, and then there's a Contact. Yeah, there's not dungeon synths, not ambient, it's a straight piano intro on this one. Love the artwork, love everything about it, even love the name. Heavy drum beats, a crying guitar, and fuck, impressive sounding tape. That's literally what I wrote. His vocals are very understandable, you can make out what he's saying. If he is one and put over another line of vocals, I'm not sure, or maybe they have guests for the live recording, but they have some duo vocals going on which really elevate the entire tape. This is once again, this is one of the 3 top tapes in this update. So that is the Black Abyss Productions. Long live Black Abyss Black Abyss Productions is dead. Long live Black Abyss. And then one that is another. This is the third in the top 3, and maybe the one of the album of the year contenders. Now I gravely overseen this band. I have gravely overseen this band also on Aresis Novi Omagi. This is Lubert Das met De Plagen or The Plagues. Now this is a concept tape in the sense that there are 4 tracks on here. The Honger, the Pest, the Zwaard and the Zwijn. So the Hunger, the Plague, the Sword and the Swine. Which in some story, I'm not sure, I haven't digged into it, are the 4 plagues brought forward to men. Maybe the 4 horsemen, I'm not sure. I think the 4 horsemen maybe, that could be it. So yeah, 4 tracks. It is very nicely done with pasted on labels. The only thing is it's handmade, so you have to forgive them, but it's not a Riesel print like the others. It's kind of cut wrong or just made too small, but never mind. Let's see. Yeah, it went under my radar, like I said. Great band. The tapes that came before this, I haven't heard them. I think I checked them digitally, but they are not around anymore. Great production on this tape too. This is recorded in a studio with all the bells and whistles you would like. Sounds great, and it sounds like there was a vision for this. And seeing that it is a concept tape or a concept record, the story was in the head of the creator, and it was written as so. So there are 4 tracks on here that are encompassing everything that he is meant to do. What is on here? Yeah, the only thing, or the only negative comment I have is that there could have been maybe a little bit more variation in the songs or in the song structure to differentiate the different plagues, but all in all, this is a magnificent tape or a great tape. And if you have the others and you're willing to part, please, I'll take them off your hands. That was everything for this update. I just checked, and the Blue Hummingbird of Death record went live on Iron Bonehead, so that's something I am going to jump on now, and then I'm leaving for the weekend for a old school bender with some really good friends. So yeah, we're going back to the Snowlands again. Guys, thank you very much. I am not sure what is going to be next. I think the podcast has been delayed a bit. I think it's going to be March. We'll do something in the middle with Thomas, maybe left-hand choices at his place. That's what I'm thinking now. I've contacted some people to do left-hand choices out of the Keldersfeer, but that name, Keldersfeer, is from one of the guys that hopefully will do the first or the second one. So yeah, there are some plans, but as usual, we'll get there when we get there, no promises. Guys, thank you very much. Hope you liked it. A good tape delay, and I am already looking forward to the next tape delay, because that's going to blow this out of the water. Believe it or not. Check out Blue Hummingbird. That's kind of the only tip I know right now. That's all I need, I guess. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.